I think I said on Friday, I'm probably wrong. They'll probably win. I'm not picking them until they've shown up. Now they've showed up. They should beat the Bucks. Forget all the Lovey stuff. That's silly. Lovey's not going to, throw a block or a tackle. They should win Sunday. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to pick them because they should be a better football team. But this is where we'll start to learn something. I mean, do they take a step forward from what they did yesterday? That's coaching. That's attitude. That's effort. And so, in many respects, to me, the Bucks game has now become the biggest game of the year.
This segment with Hub Arkush is brought to you by Private Bank. Every business has an X factor. At the Private Bank, their X factor is their ability to solve for yours. The Private Bank, they solve for X. I want to shift gears for a second and ask you about last night. Big matchup with Patriots and Colts. Not sure if you had much of a chance to watch it, but in the history of watching football in your lifetime, where does Rob Gronkowski rank among tight ends? He dominated the line of scrimmage last night as a blocker and then had a preposterous touchdown late. I mean, that guy he's as good as any tight end I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Well, first of all, I want everybody to know that I am a true football genius. I added Jonas Gray to my fantasy team right after the Bears game, when he was sitting there and nobody wanted him. I also had him on the bench last night. So,
but he was on your roster.
Yeah, but he's on the roster, yeah.
I just don't know what his plan is. Rob Gronkowski's a freak. There's no other word for it. There's a lot of freak athletes like that. There's very few who are that freakishly athletic at that size, and then there are none other that I've seen that bring the attitude and the mentality to that freakish athleticness at that size. You could argue he's the best player in football right now. It's all about taste. And I think that had he not started late this year, you'd probably be hearing some MVP talk. I don't know if a tight end could ever be an MVP, but if this guy plays 16 games one of these years like he's played the last 3 or 4 weeks, it'll be.
I don't know if you guys saw the pregame piece with him and with Rob Gronkowski and Rodney Harrison. They were going over basically him being on the goal line and how he gets releases against safeties. And Rodney Harrison's not a small guy. And they were going over different situations, how he beats guys, and just he was showing how a club Rodney Harrison or club a safety and get in inside or outside or run a fade against guys. Just to see his size presence against Rodney Harrison, who's a pretty large safety, and to also hear Rodney Harrison just kind of in awe of Gronkowski. It speaks to what you're talking about, how good of a player that guy is.
Well, I'll tell you one guy almost right now. You guys read the article about Goose?
No. Oh, with his little brother, you mean?
There's one more coming.
Yes, I read it, at Kansas State.
Yes. And he's a fullback, and he's 6'3", 245.
Get him.
So doesn't have quite the size, but seems to have the same attitude, and he's only a sophomore. So I'll say right now, I'm drafting him however high I have to get him on my team, because mentally